What's up, guys, and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Guys, we have insane situation going on here in Canada. Well, we have 75% tariffs that are going to be imposed on Canada according to the latest tweet from Trump on steel and aluminum. We have a new prime minister. We have a national identity crisis. At the same time, we have a national unity and a separation at the same time. And to be frank with you guys, the news have been changing in Canada faster than I can even freaking post them. Honestly, guys, if I was to shoot this video today in the morning, I would tell you an outdated news compared to what the hell has happened in the past 8 hours here in Canada. So I'm trying to keep it up back to the evening to keep you updated on the latest freaking events, and that too with my job working as a realtor here in Calgary, Alberta, running around showing houses, and everything so freaking busy. Guys, I'm working so hard to produce these videos for you, so smash the like button, subscribe, and let's talk about it. Guys, I was just looking at this. There is this guy, his name is Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario. Now guys, I don't know, like for me, a person, when I moved to Canada, there was his brother over there, and another Ford guy. And honestly, at some point I was even getting confused and who is who at that point. But now, Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, guys. He threatened the United States to switch off electricity, and also he imposed a 25% surcharge on the electricity purchased by like Minnesota and what are all those states, New York and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, that's old news because he already canceled it after what Trump has promised, and he promised us a 75% tariff by tomorrow on steel and aluminum. So, guys, it's freaking insane. Like, I haven't been in such uncertainty ever in my life. Like I don't remember any time in my history of my life where I was so uncertain what's going to be happening as we are today. Even Tesla stock. My wife's hands are just itching right now. She's like, maybe we should buy it. Maybe we should buy it. Maybe we shouldn't buy it. I don't know what's going to be. And Trump is already trying to, advertise on Truth Social how he's buying himself a Tesla. He's already trying to market Tesla for Elon Musk because the reputation got damaged down there. And anyways, we have this situation right now going on with Trump, where he put a big long post. Essentially, I'll tell you what he's saying. Again, he's saying that he is subsidizing Canada to the tune of $250 billion. Guys, I turned on this heater here, but still it's windy. My skull is catching fire, but I'm still feeling cold. Guys, so yeah, he's saying that we are subsidizing Canada to the tune of $200 billion, and he's again saying that taxes will be reduced, and he's offering us to join as a 51st state, and then we'll have security, no tariffs, less taxes, and we will be there as a cherished 51st state. And he's saying we can even keep our anthem as "Oh Canada" for our state. That's basically what he's saying, which is crazy. And he threatened as well with 75% tariffs. Then he came out and basically Doug Ford is going to be, what is it, Marco Rubio, or who is that guy he's going to meet on Thursday? Anyways, Doug Ford is going to the United States to meet somebody in the White House on Thursday to discuss their plans. A Canadian government is Doug Ford is claiming a victory from Canadian side, pursuing a strength, and he's saying that United States has given us an olive branch, and United States is claiming a victory over Canada, that essentially our leader is going there to bow down to Trump's administration and make a deal. So everyone is trying to act tough, but in reality Trump has been imposing tariffs, canceling them the next day, imposing tariffs and then postponing them again. And now Canada has imposed the tariffs and postponed them again. Guys, this is freaking roller coaster. Honestly, a lot of people who came here on Kuwait visa, on refugee visa, they're saying about same kind of activities in Ukraine before the war happened in Ukraine, between Russia and Ukraine. And all of them are saying that they are seeing that there will be a war between Canada and the United States. And honestly, I'm saying there is no freaking way that's going to happen. And honestly, that's what my parents told me before the war happened in Ukraine. They told me, you're sitting there in Canada, you're delusional. You have no idea what's happening down here. There is no way our people are going to be fighting. There is no way snowballs in hell and chance bullshit. There is no going to be war between Ukraine and Russia. What are you talking about there? So, I might be biased as well, and might be wrong as well. And those Ukrainians who are saying that they see same kind of patterns, they could be right. But I hope I'm right and they are wrong, because I wouldn't want that to come to this part of the world. Canada is really divided and united at the same time. At the same time, we have Mark Carney, who has become a new prime minister here in Canada, a leader of Liberals. I had to explain to a bunch of my friends that, it's just a change of leadership within Liberal Party, and he's basically going to be a prime minister of Canada now. They were asking me, when did the election happen, and I said, well, they didn't actually happen. It's just that Liberals have changed their leader. That's it. So it's not like the election has happened, because a lot of people around the world who don't live in Canada didn't realize that there was no election here, and we have a new leader. It doesn't mean anything yet. We are essentially leaderless when we have our premiers, like, let's say, governors. Like a governor. I've never seen a governor flying to like, for example, to Canadian Prime Minister to negotiate something for their, let's say, state, right? Like, I haven't seen senators or governors or anyone going on a federal level and doing the federal government's job. But we have that in Canada, and that's actually pretty bad. It just shows how divided we are. But at the same time, I think Canada is more united than ever. Like, guys, I have had this flag on my backyard for years. I've had even hatred from Ukrainians saying, oh, where is your Ukrainian flag? And I told them, well, guys, look, 12 years ago I came to Canada. I left Ukraine. I chose a country. So here I am. It's Canadian flag. I don't want to have a Ukrainian flag on my backyard. I'm not in Ukraine. Oh, do I people? But you remember your mother, who, like, your motherland and stuff like that. You have to be cherishing, supporting your own country. I said, guys, look, I left to Canada. I live in Canada. I have Canadian flag. So leave me alone. I don't have a Ukrainian flag in my backyard, and I'll keep my Canadian flag, because that's where I came. I left Ukraine before the war even started. Funny enough, people in some of my videos are commenting that I should go and fight a war in Ukraine, the war that they said Ukraine has started. Like, I just, guys, I'll tell you honestly, you have to realize, if you read some of the comments, there is a bunch of bots. So there are entire warehouses, there are data centers in Russia employing those people to speak on different languages. Some of them are real, some of them are fake programs. They are essentially bots who spread misinformation in the comments. That's called an informational warfare, and that's how they influence the elections and created fake narratives. People pretend to be Canadians, pretend to be whoever, but those are not real people commenting on videos, and they are arguing, and they have a playbook and a special blueprint on how they have to interact with each other and what narrative right now suits their government. That's called basically a type of a warfare on internet, informational warfare. Just so you guys know, if you see some weird comments on this video too, you just understand where they're working for. How I know it is because before I left Ukraine, my friend had a job offer, and that he's like, Igor, they're offering me $200 a month just to sit there and comment trash on videos. Should I take it? And that guy was in Russia and I was in Ukraine. We were friends playing online games together. Just telling you guys the truth about those things. Even how they purchased elections. Even my friends told me how much they got bribed in Russia during the elections, to vote for the governments, and how they had to take a picture on, that they voted for whoever they get paid for. That's how the elections work, and those are the things that you will not see on TV. But that's just shows you how the election systems work, and how in Ukraine they would give grandmoms, their senior people, buckwheat, bread, and like rice and stuff like that, and maybe 25 Ukrainian rupees, so to speak, so that they would vote for a pro-Russian president. Why do you think I don't have a Ukrainian flag on my backyard and I have Canadian flag? Well, that's now you know. That's exactly why I'm in Canada, guys. But anyways, long story short is we have crazy tariffs that are coming or not coming. Tomorrow morning they're supposed to be coming in. So when I publish this video in the morning, today morning, it's going to be for you today morning, we might have more tariffs or we might not have more tariffs. And I'm going to update you closer to the end of the day when we exactly know what is happening, because the news in Canada are changing by the hour. But when you see this video, this is a snapshot of essentially yesterday, today for me, for you yesterday, on what the hell has happened. Also, Pierre Polyev published an interesting video about Mark Carney mocking him and showing him where he contradicts himself. And basically, it's a really interesting video. A lot of people are saying he should do it as his election campaign, that video, if he wants to defeat him, because he puts a lot of contradictions where Mark Carney says one thing and then after years he says on the same matter completely the opposite. I recommend you checking that video out as well. And I'm going to stay away from, well, I cannot stay away from politics, but I'm not going to be, guys, saying my opinion. Guys, a lot of people are trying to tell me, especially on my Russian speaking YouTube channel, they're like, hey, Igor, why don't you support Canada joining United States? You know, why aren't you not saying that Canada should become a 51st state? Meanwhile, other people are saying, Igor, why don't you say that Canada should stay Canada and not join the United States? My guys, this is like people are trying to push their narratives. Yeah, there are people in Canada. Luckily, not most of them are not you know, like Canadians that were born and raised in Canada. For example, one lady that I know here in Calgary, she told me that she is for Canada to be independent, but she was saying if Mark Carney wins and liberals stay in power, she would rather join the United States. But if not, if conservatives win, she would rather have Canada independent country. And it's insane, guys. Politics, Canada has never been this politicized, and I would never be standing here in front of the camera making freaking politics updates on what is happening. But honestly, guys, I'll tell you what I think. It all looks like an entertainment situation. I think the governments are basically, with their news and everything going ups and downs, are just playing us around. Like, this is over destruction for us, while they are actually doing some negotiations on the background, which they don't tell us what exactly they're talking about. It's almost like they're playing on our emotions. It's like, guys, you have to take sleeping pills to go to sleep in Canada because of anxiety levels. Do we have tariffs? Do you have a job tomorrow? Not. Is your country going to get invaded by your neighbor? Or yes or no? Are we going to war or a trade war? Are we not getting to war? Are we staying as Canada or are we becoming a state? What the hell is happening, guys? Welcome to 2025. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you updated, guys. I want to leave your comments, but real comments, guys. Tell me where you are in Canada and leave a real comment, because if people are just going to comment, you know, something generic like go and fight for Ukraine, protect your country, or some kind of BS, just know that that's a bot. That's not a real person. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Bye for now.